Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
You okay, bro?
It's time for the Bhagavad Gita class now. Thank you. Is everybody okay? Yeah?
Laura is really sleepy.
Not funny. Not funny.
She's
I'll come next Sunday.
Yeah, you please. Yeah, please. Huh? This one is 11 patterns. In fact, it's 13. I reduced to 11. There's a lot of variations. A lot of variations.
It was nice.
Huh? It's mixed round. No, it's the evening round. But it's mixed round. 5 rounds together. No.
Yeah, some different notes. Minor, major.
Yeah. Minor, major. Yeah. Minor, major.
Flat seven.
Seven flags. And then it goes. Okay. Yeah.
There's a class starting. If everybody can face the speaker, please. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Maybe it's wrong.
Krishna Krishna,
Hold on one
Hare
second.
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Yeah, a bit louder. A bit more. Hare Krishna. That's good. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to Bhaktivedanta Manor today. My name is Rishi, and I've been asked to speak a little something on the Bhagavad Gita. So before we start, usually before speaking anything from scripture, we like to chant this very nice bhajan. So please join in if you know the words. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya 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 Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much. So today we are reading from chapter 5 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, verse 15. So let's see. Oh. Let's see if I can get this working. Maybe not. Do you know how to get the verse up from here? Thank you. Uh, 5:15. Thank you. So we are reading from chapter 5, titled Karma Yoga, Action in Krishna Consciousness. So, just getting the verse up, and we're speaking from verse 15 today. This is a very interesting chapter in the Bhagavad Gita because Krishna is speaking about karma yoga and connecting everything we do in Krishna consciousness, everything that we do, including our work, our activities, our life. So, hold on 1 second and we can recite the verse. Perfect. Okay, so I'll just recite the Sanskrit and you can repeat after me. Nadate kasyachit papam nacheva sukritam vibhu agyanena vritam jnanam tena muyanti jantavaha nadate kasyachit papam nacheva sukritam vibhu agyanena vritam jnanam tena muyanti jantavaha nadate kasyachit papam nacheva sukritam vibhu agyanena vritam jnanam tena muyanti jantavaha. So, do we have any volunteers? Anyone who'd like to recite the whole thing by themselves? Give it a go. Anyone at all? Can pick on people if they like. Okay, no volunteers. So, the translation. Nor does the Supreme Lord assume anyone's sinful or pious activities. Embodied beings, however, are bewildered because of the ignorance which covers their real knowledge. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Sanskrit word Vibhu means the Supreme Lord, who is full of unlimited knowledge, riches, strength, fame, beauty, and renunciation. He is always satisfied in himself, undisturbed by sinful or pious activities. He does not create a particular situation for any living entity, but the living entity, bewildered by ignorance, desires to be put into certain conditions of life, and thereby his chain of action and reaction begins. A living entity is by superior nature full of knowledge. Nevertheless, he is prone to be influenced by ignorance due to his limited power. The Lord is omnipotent, but the living entity is not. The Lord is Vibhu, or omniscient, but the living entity is Anu, or atomic. Because he is a living soul, he has the capacity to desire by his free will. Such desire is fulfilled only by the omnipotent Lord, and so when the living entity is bewildered in his desires, the Lord allows him to fulfill those desires. But the Lord is never responsible for the actions and reactions of the particular situation which may be desired. Being in a bewildered condition, therefore, the embodied soul identifies himself with the circumstantial material body and becomes subjected to the temporary misery and happiness of life. The Lord is the constant companion of the living entity as Paramatma or the Supersoul, and therefore he can understand the desires of the individual soul, as one can smell the flavor of a flower by being near it. Desire is a subtle form of conditioning for the living entity. The Lord fulfills his desire as he deserves. Man proposes and God disposes. The individual is not therefore omnipotent in fulfilling his desires. The Lord, however, can fulfill all desires, and the Lord, being neutral to everyone, does not interfere with the desires of the minute, independent living entities. However, when one desires Krishna, the Lord takes special care and encourages one to desire in such a way that one can attain to him and be eternally happy. The Vedic hymns therefore declare, I'll just read the translation. The Lord engages the living entity in pious activities so that he may be elevated. The Lord engages him in impious activities so that he may go to hell. Similarly, the Mahabharata states, the living entity is completely dependent in his distress and happiness. By the will of the Supreme, he can go to heaven or hell, as a cloud is driven by the air. Therefore, the embodied soul, by his immemorial desire to avoid Krishna consciousness, causes his own bewilderment. Consequently, although he is constitutionally eternal, blissful, and cognizant, due to the littleness of his existence, he forgets his constitutional position of service to the Lord, and is thus entrapped by nescience. And under the spell of ignorance, the living entity claims that the Lord is responsible for his conditional existence. The Vedanta Sutras also confirm this. The Lord neither hates nor likes anyone, though he appears to. I'll just chant some short prayers, and then we'll get into a nice discussion. Om Gnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Anmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutare Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamaram Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Rindan Vareshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakopa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vicha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you again so much for coming to Bhaktivedanta Manor today. As we say, you could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us. So, we are reading from Bhagavad Gita today. This chapter, as I said, is very special because it speaks about karma yoga and connecting our work in Krishna consciousness. The first sort of 10, 15 or verses before the 15th verse is actually Krishna responding to Arjuna, because Arjuna asks Krishna that you've asked me to renounce all work, but you've also recommended then work within devotion, serving with devotion. So he's asking what's better. And Krishna says actually both are good for liberation, both renunciation of all work and working with devotion. However, devotional service is better. And then Krishna speaks about how one works with devotion, but also in a detached way, detached from the results of our work. So one who neither hates nor desires the fruits of work is always renounced, easily overcomes bondage, and is completely liberated, not working for some material benefit he speaks about in verse 3. In verse 6, he explains how merely renouncing all activities and not engaging in devotional service can't make one ultimately happy. However, a thoughtful person engaged in Krishna consciousness in devotional service can achieve Krishna, the Supreme. In the 7th verse, he explains how one who works in devotion is pure, they control their mind and senses, they're dear to everyone, and everyone is dear to them, and they are never entangled. And in the 10th, 11th, and 12th, and 14th verses, 10, 11, and 12, Krishna explains how one who performs their duty without attachment and offers the results to Krishna is unaffected by sinful reactions. They abandon attachment only to act for the purpose of purification, and then they attain peace because they offer all the results of all of their activities to Krishna, and do not become greedy for the fruits of their labor, becoming entangled. And then in 14, Krishna explains how we're influenced by the modes of material nature, which we'll get into detail in later chapters. And in this verse, as we said, Krishna is explaining the symptoms of and the importance of serving with devotion. So in today's verse, Krishna is explaining how he's always satisfied in himself. He's not affected by the he's not affected by the sinful or pious activities that everyone commits, right, or acts. He's neither disturbed neither disturbed by the sinful or pious activities that one commits. And also that Krishna doesn't create a particular situation for any living entity. Often we think, why has Krishna done this to me? Why has Krishna let this happen? But actually, we can see that everything that's happening to us is because of our past activities. This is the mindset of a transcendentalist, a spiritual person, is that they can see that everything is a reaction, everything that's happening to them is a reaction of their past misdeeds, their previous actions. And actually, we often use the word karma to describe this reaction, but actually karma, the word, means work. And there are 3 types of work and reaction. There is karma, which is fruitive work, whereby we are acting to attain some fruits of our labor, some material result. There's akarma, so it's karma with an A at the beginning, which is activities that free one from the cycle of birth and death, right? So sort of spiritual activities. And then vikarma, which are actions that direct us further into this cycle of birth and death, into the lower forms of life. And so actually, the happiness and distress that we're feeling in our present daily life is due to our past actions, as we said. And it's actually nothing to do with Krishna. It's our behavior only in previous lives and earlier in this life that has led to the things that are happening in the present. But this level of consciousness requires a lot of humility to accept that I have done something probably in the past that has led to this reaction. And it's less of that things are happening to me, but more things are happening because of me. It's a deeper sense of accountability. So when a devotee, for example, receives something so-called distressing, they have 3 main, we often go to these 3 main points that come to mind. One is that, firstly, I deserve this because I've probably committed, as we said, some sort of distress to somebody else in a past life, and now I'm receiving that karmic reaction, that similar distress in kind. They also see it as a lesson in the school of life, that they see there's something I need to learn here. A devotee sees Krishna's arranged the situation perfectly, so I have to learn something in this distress, or even in this happiness. I need to improve in this situation from this experience. And then finally, they also see it as a natural part of this world, that this world is a distressing place. It can also be a happy place in one sense, where pleasure and pain are always on this constant cycle, and that today pain comes, tomorrow pleasure will come, the day after maybe more pain will come, the day after maybe more pleasure will come. And this is just the cycle of this world. And so As Srila Prabhupada nicely says in the purport, that when the living entity is bewildered in his desires, the Lord allows him to fulfill those desires, but the Lord is never responsible for the actions and reactions of the particular situation which may be desired. So we desire something, we want some money or something. We may feel so strongly attached to money or food that we steal some money or food in a past life. In this life, somebody steals something from us, and we think, why, Krishna, have you done this to me? But actually, we've taken something from somebody else in that very bad example. So we're often looking at Krishna, looking at God, and blaming God for the things that are happening. And as we said, this mindset, this consciousness that comes from a spiritual practice like this, and from Srila Prabhupada's books, which give us that vision of seeing more than just what I'm dealing with, just more than what's on the surface, more than what I'm just seeing. And actually we see our life as a big picture of, okay, I've had millions of lifetimes, millions of births, and I may look forward to many millions of births in the future. And this current life that I'm in, this present body that I'm in, is just one in a whole line of lifetimes. And actually, what can I do to change that? Maybe I want to get out of that cycle. Maybe this constant cycle of distress and happiness, what if I could actually have some eternal happiness that's long-lasting, it's eternal, it's blissful, and it's in connection with Krishna. It's in a very personal connection with Krishna. So if you want to, Krishna, as we said, he gives, as Prabhupada says here, man proposes and God disposes. Whatever we want, Krishna will give us to some extent. But whatever we want, Krishna will give us ultimately. So if we want to enjoy in a certain type of body or enjoy a certain type of thing in this world, he'll give us that body in order that will allow us to enjoy that thing. For example, if one enjoys eating meat, then Krishna will, and we're in a human body, Krishna will see that you actually don't need a human body to enjoy meat. You would actually much enjoy meat more by being in an animal body, because an animal body like a tiger or something has the type of body to be able to hunt and kill for meat. And so an animal body like that would facilitate that desire more appropriately. Similarly, if one wants to eat constantly and enjoy lots of food, if one has that problem with gluttony, then one may be born in a body of a pig, because pigs constantly eat without discrimination, right? They just eat anything that you give them. And so if one wants to eat just relentlessly, then one may be born in the body of a pig. And if one wants to sleep a lot, if one wants to rest a lot, then they may be born in the body of a bear, because bears are often resting a lot, right? They're often hibernating. And so it's described in chapter 15 also about how the consciousness at the time of death, which is the accumulation of the thoughts and impressions throughout one's life, dictates the destination of the soul after death. So the impressions that have been made on my subtle body or on myself in this lifetime determines what I will think of in my last moments, and therefore where I will go next. Because ultimately Krishna does want us to be happy. And he knows that the material world won't make us happy, but still, it's like when a child really wants something, they want to enjoy something like chocolate or something that's really not so great for them in huge quantities, then their parents still may give it to them after some amount of begging, right? So in that same way, we're asking Krishna for all the bad stuff that's not so healthy for us. And eventually Krishna says, okay, the only way that you're going to learn is by going through it. One time Srila Prabhupada's son wanted to, he was sitting with his son, and Srila Prabhupada's son was watching the flame on a candle or on a fire in the house, and the son said to Srila Prabhupada, I want to touch the fire. And Srila Prabhupada said, if you do that, you're going to get hurt, you're going to get burnt by the fire. And so the son said, no, but I really want to touch the fire. And again Srila Prabhupada says, if you touch the fire, you're going to get burnt, it's going to hurt. And then eventually, after some back and forth, Srila Prabhupada said, okay, fine, touch the fire. And then the son touches the fire, gets burnt, cries and screams and goes crazy about how he's hurt. And then Srila Prabhupada says, now touch the fire. And he says, I don't want to touch the fire anymore. Right? And the point is that after, as they say, twice burned, what's it like, learned a lesson kind of thing. So once burned, they've learned a lesson. And so in the same way, we're in this material world now, we're in this cycle of suffering, ultimately suffering, because even the pleasure that comes, even the happiness that comes is short-lived, it's temporary, and it's very limited in how much it can try and satisfy us. And so, as we said, we must understand that these desires and their destinations, they don't make us happy ultimately. Both the misery and happiness in this world is temporary. But as we said, what will make us happy in both this life and eternally is our personal relationship with Krishna, our personal, loving, reciprocal relationship with Krishna. And then when we do that, when we begin on that path of getting closer to Krishna, even more than the material pursuits, as Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, Krishna takes special care and encourages one to desire in such a way that one can attain to him and be eternally happy. I'm going to repeat that because I think that's really special. Krishna helps us to get closer to him even more than material pursuits, and Prabhupada says this in this purport. He takes special care and encourages one to desire in such a way that one can attain to him and be eternally happy. And perhaps we can see how Krishna has actually brought you specifically to the temple today so that we can have a certain type of experience in such a personal and individual way, so we can connect with Krishna personally. So we have a wonderful opportunity to connect with Krishna every day, to develop our relationship with him, and for life to be less mundane, less ordinary, and more vibrant, more exciting, more interesting. The Bhagavad Gita gives an essence of spirituality, and it's also a book of choices. So if you do this, you'll get a certain result. If you do that, you get a different result. So ultimately, the Bhagavad Gita is a book of choices, and the conclusion of the whole Bhagavad Gita is devotional service. That we take up some regular commitment in serving Krishna, and in this way we'll feel satisfied internally, and we won't need anything externally to feel happy or fulfilled. So you have Krishna. You have a choice. If you want Krishna, he's right here. The Srila Prabhupada says, I've captured Krishna. I'm holding him on the altar. Please come and take. So in the same way, Krishna is readily available for us to get closer to him. And he's always waiting, actually, as we say in Krishna consciousness, that when we take one step towards Krishna, he takes like 1,000 steps towards us. He's always waiting for us to just try a little bit. And then he comes closer to us. He also helps us to get closer to him. And as we said, it becomes this very personal, loving, reciprocal relationship with Krishna. Because then for a devotee, it's all about Krishna. And for Krishna, it's actually all about serving his devotees. He loves his devotees so much, and he wants to serve his devotees, and he wants to please them. And we want to serve Krishna so much, and we want to please him. So finally, I just wanted to end. Srila Prabhupada also said that there are 3 types of people who come to this movement. There are those who come to Krishna consciousness. Those people are very fortunate. And then he said that those who don't come to Krishna consciousness, who don't come to this Krishna consciousness movement, they are the most unfortunate. And then he paused and he said, finally, those who come but do not take full advantage of Krishna consciousness, what's been made available, those will be the most unfortunate. So, as I said, there's a wonderful opportunity to connect with Krishna every day. We can chant 1 round a day even and start there. It takes only 10 minutes. And see how it changes your life. See how closer you feel to Krishna. See how that inspiration from within comes. Maybe even read Srila Prabhupada's books. The Bhagavad Gita, it's only, I can tell you, it's like 700 pages. And you can finish it in a year if you read 2 pages a day. And it's really special. You'll see that as we read, you'll see that your vision changes. You'll see the world in a different way, in a brand new, fresh light. So, as I said, you have a choice to do something new and extraordinary, if you would like. Chant 1 round of the Maha Mantra every day. read Srila Prabhupada's books for just maybe 5 minutes a day. 1 page even can change your whole life. And as I say, then see. Try the experiment, see how you feel, and see how Krishna also responds. So that's everything I wanted to share today. Does anyone have any questions, comments, anything to add at all? Can be anything that we've spoken about today, or anything at all within the realm of Krishna consciousness? Yes? What made me take full advantage of Krishna consciousness? I think I'm still working that out. Still trying to take full advantage. I think there's just so much in Krishna consciousness, I think it's because Krishna is unlimited. I don't think we can take full advantage. We can't grasp Krishna fully because he's infinite. But I think we can have a really, really nice time trying. I think there's so much in Krishna consciousness, in our movement, that we can really make a difference in the world. Srila Prabhupada was once on a boat, and somebody on another boat was passing by. And this person was quite envious of the Krishna consciousness movement and what we're doing and spreading this message of love of Godhead. And so then there's a party going on out there. So Srila Prabhupada's on this boat, and with some devotees, they're doing a nice kirtan, and another boat passes by. And on the other boat is this man, and he's shouting at Srila Prabhupada. And he says, I know you Hare Krishna people, you have these big temples and big cars and big festivals with lots of food and beautiful dresses and beautiful clothes and beautiful deities on the altar and all this stuff, just completely saying all this stuff. And Srila Prabhupada said, yes, please join us. So it's a beautiful movement, and there's beautiful things to take advantage of. But to answer your question, what am I doing? I think the sweetest thing is giving Krishna consciousness to others, trying to encourage others in their journey, and try and help them also see and experience Krishna's love. I think that's where I see my place and my role, and where I feel for me, the sweetest taste is. And then I feel like I'm getting the most amazing thing. So, yeah. Is that okay? Does that answer your question? Oh, okay. Why I came to Krishna consciousness? Oh, I see. Okay. Why did I take Krishna consciousness more seriously? I think it's a matter of constantly recommitting ourselves to our relationship with Krishna. There's this common thing. I'm not married, but I've heard this from a lot of married couples, that people say in marriages that, he or she doesn't try anymore. Now that we're married, they don't really try. They don't make an effort anymore. So I think the thing for me is that I always have to keep looking at how I'm committing and recommitting in my relationship to Krishna. Am I trying to do more? And I'm trying to do more with more feeling as well, not necessarily just more quantity of hours of service or more rounds on our beads, but am I giving it more of my heart into everything I'm offering to Krishna? So I think it is about checking regularly of how we're committing to service, how we're serving also, not just, as I say, quantity of service. Is that okay? Yeah? Okay. Thank you. Really nice question. Anyone else? Any questions at all? Feel free to ask anything. Okay, no questions, no comments, anything? Okay, we will stop there. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yeah? Trying to see if there's has a marriage. Oh, that was
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnava Vangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanitang Tang Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakha Nitansham Bhajasi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Bhajasi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Bhajate Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Okay, let me set the mic. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Can everybody repeat after me? Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming to the temple on this cold and wet and windy weather. I can see, we put a gazebo right outside. It's flown away by the wind. I need to get that sorted as well. But I just like to thank you for getting some time off of the things that all you do in your everyday life and dedicating some of the time to come to Krishna. It's a very special month that you are here in the temple. It's a month of Gita Jayanti. Yeah, you can see some Bhagavad Gita hanging on the top of Srila Prabhupada as well. So in this month, Krishna actually spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Yeah, and in the temple, we'll be celebrating Gita Jayanti Mahayagya, a festival of Gita Jayanti on the 27th of December. It's a Saturday, so if you have time on that day, on that Saturday, please come to the temple to recite the Bhagavad Gita with us. How many of you have read the Bhagavad Gita? Raise your hand. Okay, one. Only one person? Just partially, just one sloka. Okay, a few more. Good. Anybody who has read the whole Bhagavad Gita? Okay, yes. Okay. Some are shy to raise their hand, but they have. How many of you would like to read all of the Bhagavad Gita? Okay, a lot more hands. This Gita Jayanti on the 27th, we'll be reciting whole Bhagavad Gita from first chapter to the last. Anybody want to tell me how many verses are there in Bhagavad Gita? How many slokas? 700 verses. Very good. So there are 700 verses in Bhagavad Gita. We'll be reciting each and every sloka, 700, and we'll be offering the yajna. Yeah, we'll be offering the yajna ahuti in the fire, like we recite Bhagavad Gita, like Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samabheta Yutsava Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva Kimaturvata Sanjaya Swaha. Yeah, so we'll be doing the yajna. If you want to participate for that, please register yourself for this event. It's going to be a big event. His Holiness Swayam Bhagwan Kesab Swami is coming. Yeah, he's very scholarly. He's very popular in the social media as well. You must have come across him in some point of life. If you have not, then please do, and you'll find out that this event is very helpful for you as well. And it's one occasion, it's one opportunity for you to recite the Bhagavad Gita, whole of the Bhagavad Gita. And even if you cannot, if you just sit at that event, you'll get the equal blessings. Yeah, and we follow Sanatan Dharma. We follow the religion of Hindu. And our book is Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, so we must at least read Bhagavad Gita once fully. There is so many Christian people reciting whole of the Bible and Quran and everything. They know everything, but we say yes, we are Hindu, but we do not know our own scriptures. If they ask you what is one of the sloka in Bhagavad Gita, or what is Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita, then we're like, I don't know. Yeah, so it should not be like that. We should at least know what is the thing that is written in our own scriptures. What is Krishna's message to us? Bhagavad Gita is not a religious book. It's more like a life manual that we have. Yeah. So please, if you do not have a Bhagavad Gita, get for yourself, read it yourself. If you do already have it, then you can take some more. You can give it to your friends and families. This is a very nice month. Everybody gives gift in the time of Christmas, in the time of New Year. So nothing is better than a Bhagavad Gita to gift to your friends and families. Yeah. Now we'll have the Arati. I would like to ask everybody to stand up and come closer to the deities. The words will be up in the screen over here. Please repeat after the one who's singing. I don't know. Jai Shri Radha Gokulanand ki, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Gaura Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai.